5 Good Minutes with the Watch Brothers. Coming up on the show, we're going to talk about Colin Kaepernick as he sat during the national anthem in one game. I can't remember what game that was against.
The very last game.
The very last, okay. Yeah, so we'll discuss that, how we feel about it, and what's a big deal. We'll discuss it next. All right, this is it. Double Take Sports Talk, 5 Good Minutes with the Watts Brothers. Thank you for tuning in. Thank you. I'm Gerald. With me on the other side, my partner, brother in crime, Darren Watts.
You got it.
What's going on, man? You all right?
Yes, sir.
All right. I know we got a very touchy discussion here with Mr. Colin Rand Kaepernick.
Rand. R-A-N-D.
Rand. Yep.
Stop it.
Colin Rand Kaepernick.
Rand.
Yep.
Mm-hmm.
Yep. So, he decided he wanted to sit the national anthem before the game. So, you ready to discuss this, man?
Yes, sir. Ladies and gentlemen, our 5 minutes starts now.
Okay, here we go. During the last recent game, I think it was against the Broncos?
That might have been.
Might have been against the Broncos. I can't remember 100%.
It was not because Denver played LA, so it wasn't in.
Okay, so it might have been that week before. Yeah. So he decides he wants to sit during the national anthem for the game, and he explained himself thoroughly, saying that he is not going to continue to tolerate what the country has done, with all the killings and stuff like that, which kind of, in a protesting way that he is doing, makes sense, but at the same time, a lot of people are actually, expressing thought about how he is doing this. And evidently, it looked like so far, what we've seen, look like teammates are standing beside him or something like that. They have had team meetings and stuff like that, and they kind of cleared the air about it. He spoke how he felt about it. So, in the case now, we are going to put our input on this. Darren, what do you think about this whole ordeal?
Well, I was sitting there and I was reading 2 articles that had 2 different perspectives on it. And when I read them, I had to sit down and think about it, and then I looked at my perspective of it. I read Victor Cruz's comments when he said that it was about the team. You got a whole line of your teammates standing up there representing themselves for the United States of America while you're just sitting back. It just makes you look bad.
Yes, it does.
I understand his point of view on that part.
Yes.
But I disagree with him. Then you have one of Colin Kaepernick's former teammates. I don't remember his name. He said, what did he say to him?
That he shows a lack of respect.
He shows lack of respect. I agree with him on that. I agree with Colin Kaepernick's former teammate, but I do not agree with Victor Cruz. And the reason why I do not agree with Victor Cruz is because the national anthem is not about the team.
Right.
It is not about the team. The disrespect of what Colin Kaepernick's former teammate said makes perfect sense. Mm-hmm. You have to remember, there are military personnel out there putting their necks on the line for us. Mm-hmm. And this is the disrespect that you show towards that flag. Mm-hmm. That's what it represents.
And
that's how I see it.
And you know what? And in that case, I absolutely 100% agree with that. And with Victor Cruz and what he said about it being a team, he said that because of distractions. Now, don't get me wrong. I totally disagree with what he said about that. But it causes distractions. And
you can only make it a distraction if you decide to make it a distraction.
And evidently looked like he did.
No, that's the media. We're talking about team. Just like he said, a team. Mm-hmm. If it's really causing a distraction towards the team, that's one thing. But the media is always going to do that.
The problem is that Colin Kaepernick is taking this as a personal issue. This is a personal problem.
And that's how it should be amongst every single individual for that national anthem.
And
everybody has their beliefs.
And you know what? Exactly. Every player has their opinions, and he has his right to actually protest that. He has his right. That's his prerogative. But at the same time, you don't want to misrepresent, the country itself. You don't want to do that.
Right.
But you don't want to make him an un-American either.
Right.
That's something you don't want to do.
And that's why I'm like, when you think about it, you got family members that other people are standing for, to the fact that they died for this country to be able to serve and protect and have our freedom.
Exactly.
You know what I'm saying? So on that behalf, I am most likely just going to say that if you're going to do that, think about other people. Think about other people that have died.
And think about why you got freedom now.
Exactly. At least think about that.
Think about that.
We all know the government's crooked. We see this.
Yeah.
We all know this. Mm-hmm. They don't represent that flag not one bit.
No.
I don't pay that no attention. What I pay attention to is the people that actually sat down and served our country. I don't care if it's through the Air Force. I don't care if it's through the military of any sort, National Guard, Army, U.S. Marines, any of those.
Yeah.
Because they all protect and serve.
Yes, they are.
So that's how I see it.
That's how you got to see it.
And he should sit down and at least look at it like that, because he disrespected a lot of people
in the
military.
And I'm going to tell you, I can understand his aspect of protesting that way, but it's not the right way to do it.
Yeah, it's not the way to do it on the behalf of thinking about the government. That is a whole nother issue.
Yeah, that's a whole nother issue.
They're doing the same thing he's doing.
Exactly.
They both doing the same thing that they're both doing.
Exactly. And that's not looking good for, the 49ers themselves, especially that have to do a players only meeting, and that respect, it's not good.
Yeah.
It's not good at all.
Ladies and gentlemen, that's our 5 minutes.
All right, that's a wrap of 5 Good Minutes with the Watch Brothers of Double Take Sports Talk. You can check us out on the social media side and listen to more of our podcasts. Follow us on Twitter at DTST2414. Like us on Facebook, Double Take Sports Talk page at The Watch Brothers. Subscribe on YouTube, and also subscribe to our podcast on the podcast app featuring iTunes. Of course, we just started a new blog featuring critical thinking and analysis. You can check that out at doubletakesportstalk.blogspot.com. That's a wrap. With me, Daryl. Darren on the other side.
Yep.
Yeah. Thank you for tuning in. And of course, as usual,
ciao.